It's Thursday morning. It is November the 17th. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather, get your day started off on the right note, and hopefully get you smiling, get you updated, and all of that fun stuff. It is a lovely start to the day, but may I add, it's a chilly start to the day. Let's look at temperatures out the door right now. This is definitely the big weather story we're following. It is 54 degrees in the city beautiful. Now, these are live temperatures. They're updating every 5 minutes. So this may not be what's lined up on the bottom. What we're seeing on the bottom of the screen are official temperatures. What we're displaying on camera on the full screen, those are live. 52 in Leesburg. It's 50 degrees in Ocala. 57 in Titusville, and 57 in Palm Bay. So it's chilly outside. It's great. And there's a relative breeze too. So you've got the chilly air. It's not necessarily into wind chill levels, but there's a bite, right? There's a bite. Jan says, what a lovely morning. Hi, y'all. Good morning to you, Jan. How are you? Annie, good morning to you. It is lovely. We'll just check in for good measure. I don't see anything on First Warning Live Doppler radar. Let's keep it that way, right? Today, we'll start off with plenty of clouds, and then little by little, we'll see more and more sun shining. It's going to be a lovely day, but look at those temperatures. Yowza. 62, 11 o'clock. 66, 1 o'clock. 68, 3 o'clock. It's going to be a chilly day, people. Yeah, it is. 66 degrees by 5 p.m. and then dropping from there. So we are looking great no matter what you've got planned. Let's spend some time outside, shall we? I feel like I need to button this. So I'm looking at it on camera. It's like different in person than it is on camera. Okay. That's a little bit better. Let's see here. Juan Carlos, good morning to you. Annie, Nancy, Susie, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. How are ya? It's chilly today. Man, we're going to be talking all about not just the chill today, but tonight, even colder. What about tomorrow? There's some things. There's some things. Joanne says, absolutely loving this weather. I'll raise my cup to that. Yukon says, can we keep these temps for 8 weeks? I mean, we can keep it for a little while. Does that count? I don't know. Robert says shorts and t-shirts still. I love it. I'm sure by the afternoon I'll have shorts and t-shirt going, but for now I had to go the long sleeves route this morning. That's okay. Melissa says I had no idea it was cold and put my daughter in shorts. I feel bad. Melissa, you're on Coffee Talk. This is like the last place I would expect somebody to be unprepared. Not prepared, unprepared? Hold on. Coffee needs to load. Stand by loading. Unprepared? Why is my grammar not working in my brain this morning? Vanessa's Life. Hey, good morning to ya. Frank, I see my brother in here. Annie, how was the rocket launch? I'm a couple of minutes late this morning coming on to Coffee Talk. Can I tell you why? You're going to laugh. I tweeted the video from NASA talking to the red team that went out to last second take care of things on Artemis. I went back and had to watch it because I'm like, this is just hilarious. These regular guys are like, yeah, we had to go out and turn some wrenches and tighten it up. And it's like the way they were talking, they're just like, yeah, well, the rocket's alive. It's making noise. We just showed up today. It's just, anyway, that's the reality why we were a couple of minutes running late this morning. Is I started the video and I looked up and I was like, oh, it's 8:02. Time to go. Catherine, good morning. Hoping to give our air conditioner a break. I think you will today. Here's high temperatures around Central Florida. I don't see any 80s. I don't see any 90s. I don't see but a few 70s on the map, for goodness sake. 71, the warmer spots today in Palm Bay, Grant, Valcaria, Barefoot Bay, Melbourne. But once you get north of 192, it's 60s, baby, and all of us enjoying that. 66 in New Smyrna Beach, 68 in the city, 66 in Leesburg, 64 degrees in Ocala and the Villages. Janet says, I'm cold. Sweater and soft blanket in order to have my coffee in the backyard. Now that sounds nice. I thought about doing Coffee Talk outside, but you'd end up seeing all the weeds that are in my palm planter areas, and it's terrible. I need to get those taken care of. So there'll be some sweat and work out ahead. Uninformed. Thanks. It's a problem when your idiot older brother has to correct you, right? I know he's not an idiot, but sibling rivalry thing. What are you going to do? Susie, good morning. Yeah, more coffee needed. Little chillin' walking this morning, but will not complain, Joanne says. It's so nice, isn't it? Uninformed. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Ill-informed. That one works too. Thank you, everybody, for having my back. Thank you. Frank's asking, where's the rocket now? So there's a website. Let's try and do this together. Let's see if I can do this real fast. If I do add browser. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try it. Browser. All right. So let's see if we can do this. Wait, where did it go? No, Okay, so if we do this, interact, mission map, no. Is it SLS? Okay, or is it Orion? There was a website that somebody had told me about. Orion? Let's see. I thought that there was a tracker. All right. Well, there's a thing. I tweeted it. There's a thing. This is what happens when you're ill-prepared. See, now I've got it. Oh, well. All right. So anyway, it's out there. It's almost halfway to the moon. That I can promise you. Okay? Ay. All right. I'm outside with my coffee wearing my Philadelphia Eagles winter coat. It's glorious. It is glorious. This time of year is my favorite time of the year. It just is. So we know this morning, obviously you're probably wanting some sweaters and all that fun stuff, but later in the day, fall clothes. Now I'll tell you, high of 68, maybe I'll pull the sleeves up a little bit, that sort of thing, but it no matter what we're doing today, things are looking great. Mike, how would G There's a reason we have to warm up, right? Mike. That's where G goes wrong. So very happy. Beautiful not to walk out and sweat instantly. I will agree with that, Danielle. It is a lovely change in scenery, isn't it? All right. So we've got ourselves a great start. Coldest start of the year, though, comes tomorrow morning. 50 degrees is expected in Orlando tomorrow morning. The coldest we have seen yet this year was October 19th. It was 53. Now, to put things into perspective, the average low temperature, the normal low temperature this time of year is 58. So we're going to be even cooler. What? Yeah. How's about that? So let's talk about temperatures for tonight, shall we? Here's our coldest spots up in Marion County, okay? 43 in Ocala. What? 43 degrees in Ocala tonight. 41 degrees in Reddick, Citra, Anthony. About 43 in Wildwood. You get out over Lake Pennsauken, those temperatures are going to come up just a little bit naturally, right? Out to the villages, Sumter Lake, Marion County, kind of 43. Northern spots, maybe 42. Southern spots, maybe 43, even 44, especially if you're on the Lake County side, getting close to Leesburg and the lakes there. 48 degrees in Eustis, 50 degrees in Claremont. Over to Brevard County. Oh, it's beautiful. 59 in Cape Canaveral, 62 over at Cocoa Beach, 55 in Vieira. Can't beat that with a stick. 62 degrees, Satellite Beach, 59 in Melbourne. Then over to Osceola, we see about 50 degrees, Kissimmee, Celebration, 50 degrees in Winter Park. 50 degrees tonight in Apopka. West Volusia, look out, upper 40s for you, about 50 degrees in Daytona Beach, 53 further south in New Smyrna Beach. So all in all, if we just look at the map as a whole, it's absolutely wonderful, but it's going to be chilly. Now, Notice the wind. It's still running at 10 miles an hour. So there's going to be a little bit of an extra bite. See, there's Ted with the link. Thanks, Ted. Stand by. I'll put that up. That's what I was looking for, Ted. Stand by. That's what I was looking for, Ted. All right, pop that up. Let me be it positioned right so that we can look together. I think this is the link. Yeah, that's the link. Okay. All right, let's look and see. Not that we're all nerd or anything. Ah, there we are. So there's Earth. Okay, that's weird. Oh, is this? It's a whole thing. All right, we'll wait. We'll wait for the whole thing to do its thing. It's okay. Ah, here we are. Great. Oh, now we're welcome. Okay. Now I have to interact. Would you like a brief tour? No, just show me what we got. All right, so there it is. So mission elapsed time, so days, hours, minutes, right? So it's traveling 2,700 miles per hour. And you can see there kind of on the bottom of the screen, right? Distance from the Earth, 134,203, 204, 205 miles. Distance to the moon, 167. So we are almost halfway. That's cool, right? Thank you, Ted, for the link. I appreciate that. Yeah, so we're almost halfway from the Earth to the moon. What? The first time a human-rated spacecraft has been on its way to the moon in my lifetime. Not that I'm nerding out or anything, because I am. Man, that's cool. That's cool. Actually, it's very cold in space. As Khan said, it was very cold in space. It's very cold in space. Window open, Joanne says. I'm all about that. Buenos dias, Beverly. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien over here. How you doing? Let's see here. Yeah, it's like it's a day out, and it's already almost halfway to the moon. Now, I've noticed it's been slowing down, which I'm curious. I am no rocket scientist, but I guess I thought that the speed would have been a little more constant. So I'm a little curious about that part. So anyway, all right. So that's where we're at in terms of the forecast, getting even chillier tonight. Now for today, well below average, 10 degrees below average in Orlando. Average is 78. We'll do 68. 78, 66 in San Francisco. You can see all of Central Florida running below average, right? Next couple of days, we're going to continue looking good, but those temperatures are going to start to climb just a little bit. Let me show you. Today's high temperature, 68. Tomorrow's high temperature, 67. And then into this weekend, another front comes through and things are looking great. It will stay nice and steady with readings in the lower 70s. Yeah, Beverly says they haven't sent me notifications. Don't know why. Who's they and what notifications were you expecting? And did they know you should be getting notifications, right? Sue says, Eric Burris, meteorologist. This is the only place where we can get Volusia County weather and also get awesome updates on the launches. Be still, my heart. Thank you. I appreciate it. I will also point out, though, that Coffee Talk is the train that goes wherever you want. So you bring it up, we go there. That's all. Chris says this would be the 19th. This would be the 19th rocket to the moon for me. Well, Chris, you have a few years on me. It's that wisdom that you share with all of us that we appreciate. Taylor says, I'm late. Morning, y'all. Morning, Taylor. We're just talking a little space, talking a little wonderful weather. Now, you guys and gals had asked about Thanksgiving. Looking at the computer models, and we did this a little bit yesterday, but looking at the computer models, it looks like temperatures are going to be comfortable but not chilly, like upper 70s, lower 80s for high temperatures on Thanksgiving Day. Morning lows in the 60s, so a little warmer, but not like mid-80s, so it doesn't look too bad. Not too bad. Rita says, my daughter keeps saying she's worried she will freeze into ice. She doesn't like the cold. Just like me. That's Florida family right there, Rita. Good morning to you. Betty says, Eric, sorry you missed the first moonwalk. It was amazing. You would have been in awe. I'm in awe. I'm watching it. I'm going to be. Can I share something with y'all? When I got my credential for Artemis 1 to go to the Kennedy Space Center, this is true story. I looked at it and I thought to myself, okay, when I die, my children, I hope, get to see, my grandchildren get to see that grandpa was cool back in the day and got to go to rocket launches. Now, maybe by then they're like, rocket launch? I'm going to Mars for lunch, who knows? But I was holding this credential and I was like, that's something I'm going to hold on to so that when my kids and grandkids dig through my desk one day after I'm gone, they're like, oh, I remember the Artemis project. That was cool. That's what got us to the moon and Mars. Anyway, that's probably just ridiculous, but that's what I was at least thinking. So Thanksgiving is looking pretty good in Central Florida. You know what else is looking pretty good in Central Florida? Saturday's forecast. Kegs and eggs, everybody. Navy coming to town. Tailgating is looking good. Although, I didn't make the graphic because I would have put 7 a.m. tailgate. But, hey, great weather for it. Let's get the Knights. Last year's Navy game was not great. Let's do better. Okay? Let's do better. Let's win out, Knights. Go 1-0 each week. That's all. 1-0. 1-0. That's all. Put your model shelf. Well, it's funny because, and of course, I've got the camera pointing. I've got the desk. My desk moves. So, sometimes you get my bookcase in the background. Sometimes you get the other wall. But on my bookcase, I've got 3 airplane models, and I have no rockets. I need to fix that. I need to get a Falcon 9. I need to get an Atlas 5. I need to get an SLS. Need to start doing this stuff. Need to expand. And frankly, I need to clean it up because it's kind of a friggin' mess. You guys see some of it. You don't see all of it. Oh, well. Oh, well. Yeah, Chris, you're torn, right? You've got both teams you want. That's okay. All right. So any questions thus far, friends? Anything? Weekend forecast. Not too early to take a look at that. Yukon, you need to get an Enterprise D. Enterprise D is what got me into space in the first place. Seriously. And then from there, then I'm like, oh, this is a thing. Oh, and then you start learning and you're like, oh, Mercury, Gemini, Apollo. Yeah. I would love to get one bookshelf, one side with airplanes, one side with rockets. But my problem is I need rockets that I don't need a 3-foot rocket. I need a 1-foot rocket, in order to fit over there. Shauna says, my great uncle used to work at Kennedy and he has the coolest rocket picks framed. I don't know if you guys and gals can see, but I need to add another picture because if you look in my office, it's perfectly aligned. But the way that my desk is, I need to add one more picture here. And I have it. I have it here. I've got the frame and everything, the extra frames, but I need to put it up. But these are all rocket picks. This is the there's SLS. Actually, SLS is up here. A Falcon 9 and SLS. There's rocket picks and Florida weather picks and all that. Bruce, Eric, why eggs and kegs? Because the game is first off, I've never heard of an 11 o'clock kickoff. But if you're at an 11 o'clock kickoff, Bruce, tailgating starts at 7 a.m. So, kegs and eggs. You're eating your egg, having a keg. Isn't that what you do? I don't drink, but I just know that that's what the peoples do. The peoples. Mary says, sorry, UCF fans. I have to root for Navy. Dad was in the Navy. That's okay. Listen, as long as, Mary, here's the thing. As long as we can playfully tease each other, I'm 100% supportive of a good, fun rivalry. And frankly, we all shouldn't root for Navy. We all should. But in this game, I'm edging on the football field for the Knights. But you better believe I'm always voting and rooting for the Navy. But yeah, I get it. It's chilly and beautiful. I hope we stay like this. Yeah. Oh, you can't see. Oh, you want to see the pictures? It's just, it's just you can see I left my thing up there yesterday because I'm trying to measure to add. But yeah, so you've got the two Falcon 9s, you've got SLS there, which just launched. There's a Falcon 9, and then there's weather pictures as well. Yeah. That's my Nerd Central. Welcome to my Nerd Central. This is welcome to my office. My Nerd Central. So anyway, that's that. All right. We're rooting for a great game. That, at the end of the day, is all you want. Navy always plays UCF hard, but on the gridiron, I'm gonna pull for UCF. But that's just me. That's just me. Yeah. Taylor, does the BSR go out to mid-December? At this point, I could probably get an idea, but it won't. But I could probably. Give me a second. What you ask? Oh, actually, it was on that computer. Hold on. That. All right. I'm not set up for the BSR, but I can real fast. Susie and Joy. Yukon says, my Nerd Central is very chaotic. I need to purge and streamline. Yeah, my bookshelves I need to really clean up. All right, let me get this dialed up. You want to see the BSR? Give me a second. Move you there. And you want to go that far. So to go out that far, we'll have to tap into some model data, which is fine. We can do that. All right, mid-December. Like when mid-December? Give me dates and I can do that. I like how they display. I know it's difficult to align, but yeah, and that's why I put that up there yesterday, and I just never made it. I never got to it, but I put the level up there yesterday as I'm starting to work. So I'll get to it today, and then what you'll see is when I'm sitting here, it'll look better. What's so weird is I've got 4 across, but I'm over on the edge here, so it's like I need to make one more on each side just so that this camera shot has it there. So it's, it's what it is. At the end of the day, it's what it is, right? All right, the 16th through the 18th. All right, stand by. Let me do some calculations. The 16th through the 18th. So November 29th. Okay. All right, this is going to be out there. So this is going to be out there. All right, so this is going to be warm. So this is around the 16th or so. It looks like it looks like we'll be warm. And then there's that little interesting feature there. So I would say it looks warm, and then on the back side of it, like around the 17th, maybe we'll get a little bit of shower activity. So warm with a few showers. That's an interesting little storm system there. All right, so that's kind of what we're looking at that far out. Super early. Understand it's super early. But that said, let's dial up and just look at the BSR as it is not quite as far out. Let me dial this up. All right. Okay. Let me do that. Turn you off. Okay. So this is November. So that's this weekend. Oh, interesting. First off, interesting. Without even trying, that's this weekend. You've got like some stormy weather bubbling up in the Gulf of Mexico on the BSR. Look at what's happening this weekend. Okay, like without even trying, the BSR threw out exactly what's happening, except that was a BSR image from November 2nd. So that's kind of cool. Without even trying, the thing's throwing us interesting stuff. So there's this weekend. Look at it on the BSR. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Stand by. Stormy weather coming from the Gulf. Sometimes science is just nuts. Actually, science is just pretty much nuts. All right, so stormy weather coming through from the Gulf of Mexico. Hanging out in the first part of the week, which is interesting because if we look at the 7-day forecast, you see that moisture's hanging out the first part of the week. Okay, BSR's nailing it. Keep clicking the wrong button. Stand by. Too many things going on here. All right, front. So right around Black Friday, there's another front. So it looks a little disturbed-ish for Thanksgiving, a little mild-ish for Thanksgiving. Big storm system there. You see that? That'll be a deep south potential severe weather maker around the 27th of November. Stormy weather for us as well, but that's a powerful front. Powerful. That's a powerful front coming through. Like the 27th of November. So late November, big front. Big front. And then it looks like a little storm system into South Florida there around the 29th. Rising rain chances perhaps around the 29th. And then another little storm system moving our direction. Little frontal boundary coming in around the 30th. Yeah, look at that. You see that off the east coast of like the Outer Banks? That'll be interesting. You see that there? Like the 30th into December 1st. Little storm system rolls off the coast and kind of wants to work up the shoreline. Yeah, that'll throw some colder air our way. And then what is this coming in from the Gulf? Just a bunch of moisture and energy. That's going to be... So early December looks to be pretty active. Like right the end of November into early December actually looks to be a pretty active weather scenario here. All right, so we're relatively quiet for now, but you know if the BSR plays out this way, end of November after Thanksgiving into early December looks to have some stuff to track, right? Joanne says possible nor'easter. There's some stuff there, yeah. I don't know that I'd say that it's anything strong, but there's at least some indication of something interesting there. Sabirs is asking, will these storms be indicators for next season? Yeah, we're still establishing that cycle. Tina says, no, I'm going on my cruise next weekend and I don't want bad weather. I'm trying. Linda says, love listening to Coffee Talk. Have a great day. You as well, Linda. Thank you for hanging with us. So interesting stuff coming up ahead. In the meantime, though, BSR kind of nailing it for this weekend, isn't it? Showing that Gulf moisture coming and then hanging out the beginning of next week. That's going to mean the temperatures are going to start to climb and that we are starting to work into shower chances. So enjoy this wonderful dry air. Enjoy this beautiful air. It's going to be great. I've got to start working on my projection. I'm not working. I'm using the same projection mapping I did last year for Christmas, but I've got to... Maybe I'll have to do a test run on it. I'll have to do a demo run on it. I think Thanksgiving night, I'm going to... Yeah, maybe it'll be like that weekend, that Saturday, Sunday. I'll put my projection mapping for Christmas up. Yukon, Eric, have you looked at November 2003 to correlate storms for 2004? Yukon, yeah. The way that I got WESH management on board with my long-range forecast was I said, what if I could show you the signals for Hurricane Charlie the year before? And everyone said, okay, you have my attention. And then I did. So there it is. Yeah. Debbie says, nice to see you not sucking down the coffee this morning. Yeah, yesterday it was like I was a car on empty. Today I'm a car halfway fueled. So we're sipping today. Yeah. Thank you, Tiffany. I tried to go fall, right? Why? We'll do a little fall. So, anyway. Oh, boy. All is good. All is good. Lachlan's, good late evening to you all from Australia. Just tuning in to see your weather. Well, come on down. Come from the down under to the up. I'm not awake enough. Can I try that again? Come from the down under to the sunshine state. Come enjoy. All the theme parks are open. Temperatures are looking good. Sure, we have some showers, but that's not washout weather. It's looking good. Michael says, don't work on Thanksgiving. I am off of work for Thanksgiving. But I might still show up on Coffee Talk. Don't judge me. I see you judging me. I see you judging me, Michael. Okay. That's all I got. Anybody else? We laughed, we cried, we looked ahead to December. Does the BSR go all the way out to Christmas on the model yet, just for an eyeball? You want to have some fun, y'all? This is totally out in left field, but I don't know that it goes out that far, but we can give it the old college try. So as far out as it goes is it's not quite out to Christmas yet, but that's December 20th. Okay, well, let's just take a minute here, though. Like, December 20th, that's a couple of days before Christmas, but what do we see? Cold air for Central Florida and a big ol' honkin' low off of the East Coast. Could happen, couldn't happen. Way out there, but for what it's worth, that's eye-catching. That's not nothing. Okay. Very interesting. Any questions, comments, concerns about our 7-day forecast? Oh, it'll be fun to watch and track that, won't it? That's funny. Engine light is on. That's right. That's right. Build your Lego rocket on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I need to get some rockets. I'm gonna go online. My shelf is such a mess, y'all. What I really need to do is clean it up. I've got my t-shirt, like, it's not framed, but I've got my shirt back from when I first solo flew. Anybody that's ever flown an airplane knows when you complete your first solo, you have a t-shirt, and they cut your t-shirt, and it symbolizes back in the day when the instructor used to be behind the student and they'd tug on your shirt and you go by yourself. Anyway, I've got my t-shirt over there. I need to, like, frame it, you know? It's one of those cheesy things. Destiny says, "Don't forget your haircut today." Oh, it's on my calendar. it's on my calendar. 3:00. 3:00 today, which means we may or may not do. And by the way, I slept through Coffee Talk yesterday. My apologies. All right. If you work Thanksgiving, you have to show us your turkey. Deal. All right. Jeannie, will Friday's Coffee Talk drive-thru ever come back? Yes. Now that we're kind of transitioning to the quiet season, it absolutely will. So, yes, it will. All right? All right, listen. That's all. That's all I got. I'm going to hang a picture. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will see you guys and gals either, I don't know. I'll try and do a 3:30 today. No promises. It just depends on the haircut deal. But we'll do the best we can. In the meantime, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. And I'll give that 3. It may be from the car, though. Okay? It may be from the car. If we do the 3:30 today, it may be from the car. We'll figure it out. All right.